Class 4 then for race number 6. 1,200 metres is the trip, and they are headed by Ladies First. There are 12 going to post. Lady First, ridden by Zach Purton. Jimmy Tim. What did I say?
Ladies First.
Ladies
Very
First.
polite of you,
Lady
Andrew.
First. Ladies First. Confucius Day, third last out behind King's Trooper. Generous Heart. His 2 wins have been here at Happy Valley over the 1,200 metres. An Exceptional Desire returns, likes to roll forward. Barrier 5. Blinkers on for the first time. Nice kick. Jack Wong off the inside gate. He's first up as well. Down to Lightning Steed. Compassion Star up in class for a last start win. And Focus first up. He was 0 from 4 last season. Ricky Yu and Grant Van Neerkerk. Happy Warrior, nice kick. Are the horses that have been up at Chung Fa.
Not sure why, but somehow on my form guide here I've got good to fat written down as opposed to good to fast. But it will be a fast tempo. Exceptional Desire, My Power, Confucius Day probably to roll forward. Lightning Steed, Compassion Star, where does he end up? He's drawn 10, but from last start 11 he was right up on the speed. So it is good to fast, and I'll just add a little change there. A little S goes in before the T, but should be tempo to run at here if you're a back marker.
That's how you like your steak, isn't it? Nice and fat. Here's Generous Heart. He goes well here. The visor will go back on him. The hood goes back on as well. So a couple of gear changes, and he's ahead of. This will be his 3rd run for the season, so he's just about there at peak fitness. Compassion Star. Now he won pretty well last time. Another still well-rated horse. His last two wins have been off 46, 52. He's rated 45. Just barrier 10 was a little query, but he goes well. There's no problems with him. And the other one we're going to have a look at here is Focus. I think this horse has improved in the off-season. He's won a trial as well. He's a son of Perrin Canto. Now, he's put 54 pounds on this horse, so he has been eating the fat steaks, but it's he looks okay. I think he looks okay. It'll be interesting to see Jenny's thoughts.
Let's hope it develops into a bit of muscle.
All right, we'll get the full rundown on race night. Confucius Day and Lady First we're looking at here. Confucius Day had to work a little bit here. I think the winner's probably all right, though, in King's Trooper.
Yes, he's been beaten by Very Sweet Orange. King's Trooper ran on by here in the final stages. He's been very consistent, Confucius Day. He's got a wide gate to deal with here and a lot of tempo, so that potentially does go against him a little bit, but it is hard to knock his overall form.
I've got him in Lady First, 21 start maiden. Very good track worker normally, Lady First in the mornings. And then he runs reasonable races. I mean, he's at 3 seconds, 4 thirds. Just can't get his head on for it.
Sorry, that was the Very Sweet Orange race, not the King's Trooper beat Confucius Day last time out. This is Compassion Star, though, winning. But this is in Class 5. He bounces straight back into Class 4.
But he's a 2-time winner in Class 4. He's won off 46 and 52. He's now rated 45. He's got a little bit of a wide draw to overcome, but when he did win those 2 races, he won them in a row. He's won again. I'm going to go with that theory. He's hits form and can keep his form.
Yep, drawn 11 there when he won. He's drawn 10 there Wednesday night, so it probably isn't too much of a deterrent, hopefully, although potentially there is more pace in this race.
All right, let's get to the trials then. Have a look at Focus. This is back at the start of October. Ricky Yu trained him. He's first up since early July.
Yes, and prior to this, he actually trialled at the Valley and beat 8 trigrams. So in hindsight, we could have showed you that one or this one. This is the most recent one, and you can see just not overly urged that strongly, just holding his ground and pushed a little bit in the final stages, but he sort of picked up a little bit too. So interesting runner. I think he's an improver.
Yeah, I think he's improved, but he's been here for a while and he's put all that weight on. I think it's a good thing.
All right, Tony Millard with Holy Money. First up here, just the one trial coming in, but I thought there was a bit to like about this.
He was a length behind Kaying Master and then 2 lengths behind Super Junior. Can gallop this horse. 6-year-old ISG, just start number 6, so there's been a lot of issues, but there's an engine there and I like the trial.
Yeah, he was placed once at Happy Valley in his only start there, so be interesting to see how he goes. I didn't find a spot for him, but be interesting to see how he does go for it.
Place favourite early in betting.
Yeah, 6.8 on the win line as well. But Lady First, the favourite, Paul. What do you like?
I went with Compassion Star. As I mentioned, when he did win his races, he's won them. He won them in a row, and he's a last start winner. So a horse in form at the moment. He is with a new stable though, Manfred Mann. Lady First is consistent on a place line. Confucius Day's running well, and Focus being the improver. So 11, 1, 2, and 12.
Sticking with my Generous Heart, I tipped him last start. I thought the run was okay. I'll stick with him. He's well placed. Change of gear, hood back on, visor back on. Blake Shin goes on as well. Not that Matthew Poon did anything wrong. Happy to stick with him on an each-way basis. Again, some pace to run at. I like the way Holy Money's gone in that trial, and overall, ability-wise, I think he's quite a talented horse who's had issues. Compassion Star, Focus. Lady First, a chance. Confucius Day, a chance. There's a few if you're playing the triple trio that you'd probably like to sneak in if you can.
Yeah. I got the same cue as you, Brett, the 4 and the 9. I thought with Generous Heart, putting the visor back on, he got out on terms last time and then sort of drifted back through the field. I just wonder whether he'll be a little bit more positive this time.
Yeah, maybe. And if he can just, you know, pick up a little bit in the stretch like he has done in the past, then potentially second up that might happen and he can get it done.
All right, 4 and 9 for me as well in race number 6.